Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. Your ancestors have been through slavery, Reconstruction, redlining, Jim Crow, all types of racism. Still we rise. Still we the apple of the world's eye. Black people in America are the 15th greatest economy in the world. America is, of course, the #1 greatest economy in the world. So living within the continental United States, the #1 economy in the world, why we want to leave and go someplace else? Why we want to go back to Africa or any other place when all your opportunities are right here for you, whether you are aware of them or not? So today is going to be inexperience. An inexperienced person will run back to Africa thinking the opportunities there are greater than the opportunities which exist in the United States of America. But that's not the definition, right? The definition is having little knowledge or experience of a particular thing. An inexperienced driver. A person who lacks knowledge of evil. So I always like to say about inexperience, I always use this as an example. They say that there's a saying that says, people say there's a sucker born every minute. What does that mean? It means that someone is doing something stupid, especially that they do not understand they're being tricked. So you're doing something stupid, not knowing you're doing something stupid because you're being tricked because of your lack of experience, your inexperience. So we'll say that inexperience cannot be hidden, and it is not a pleasurable encounter for you to encounter someone seasoned, somebody who's very experienced and you're inexperienced. Then you're definitely a sucker. So here's inexperience. It's never hidden, but it's the inexperienced do not know it. The person inexperienced is not aware that they're inexperienced. They're in an environment where they don't understand it. They don't know anything about the environment, but they're in it. So they're not actually aware of it until they've been exploited or taken advantage of, or the sucker in them has definitely came out. Okay. Inexperience is not incompetence. Inexperience is curable. Inexperience screams. A very painful experience in the ear of the seasoned. Okay. The inexperienced never agree. So when we mention the fact that someone's inexperienced, well, how do you gain experience? How do you become sharper? Well, you can gain experience by volunteering. You can gain it by online classes or resources. You can gain it by mentorship, or you can gain it by part-time studies. So in order to become experienced, you go through these various phases and then you become an experienced person instead of an inexperienced person. So being a sucker born every day or an inexperienced driver. An inexperienced driver is going to grab the steering wheel hard. They're going to be concerned about braking and turning, and their speed is going to be slower. They're going to be disrupting traffic. They might not put a signal up when they make a turn. They might, some kind of way they're going to show. They're going to slow something up, stop something up because they're not comfortable with that steering wheel. They're not comfortable driving. They're not comfortable doing any of those things. So their inexperience is going to show. It's going to shine through, right? Someone trying to make a business deal with some seasoned person who doesn't have morals, they're going to totally exploit you and take advantage of you. We'll give you an example. Say you go to a jewelry store and you're purchasing jewelry. Well, anybody that knows, if you don't know, most jewelry is marked up 100 or 200%. So if you pay $1,000 for a piece of jewelry and then 7 months later you want to get your money back, of course you can't go back to the jewelry store to get it back. You go back to the pawn shop. The pawn shop tell you, that $1,000 ring you have there, we'll only give you $250 for it. And you go screaming and crying because you're thinking like, they're cheating me. Well, they're not cheating you. They're going to definitely sell you, they want to buy that ring from you at $250 so they can put it back on sale for $375 or for $400. But your ring is not worth that much. I mean, your ring was overpriced when you purchased it in the first place. When you go to a dealership and buy a car, and they seem to want to add a bunch of packages on, charge you a lot of money for that car, more than what you normally should pay for if you're inexperienced at buying cars. You're gonna pay a couple more $1,000 maybe buying a car. If you're experienced, you're gonna save money. You're gonna save money in purchasing a car. Then you're gonna have your credit right. So if you're financing a car, your interest rate is much lower, and you can purchase a car and have a lower monthly payment on it. So inexperience can be a terrible a terrible thing to affect you, your whole life or your future. So you want to come into a situation and try to understand everything about your surroundings, and then experience affect you in buying a home. If you buy a home in the wrong neighborhood, your house, it doesn't increase in value, and there's a lot of crime there. You might never build the equity you want in the house. You know, you might have problems with people breaking in your house or stealing your car in the front of your house or irritating you when you get out of there. You know, the house leaving and going back and forth to work. So, you know, inexperience can affect you in so many tremendous ways in life. So you want to be, if you don't know, you want to find somebody that does know, somebody that you can trust, that can explain things to you, can break things down to you in a clear fashion so you can be successful. You know, just like if you want to go to another country somewhere, you got to first you got to know the money exchange, you got to know the value of things, you have to know where you can live, where you can't live, how's the travel there, what's the cost of things. I mean, too many things to try to adjust to when you're in the greatest economy in the world and in the United States of America. You know, so stay black in America. Don't go anywhere. Subscribe to my channel and get all the experience and advice that you need before you make a really huge decision in life. Next time.